know that Luxembourg is the #1 paying countries, for nurses in the world? Do you know? And Luxembourg pays 91% dollars, like the whole world. And if you have all these things complete, from the very first document from your passport to even you have all these things complete, and you pay for the 75 euros tax, then it is very easy for you to migrate here in Luxembourg and practice your profession as a nurse, and then make the money, of course. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Modesta, a Nigerian mommy vlogger living in Luxembourg. If you're coming across my channel for the first time, if this is the first time coming across my channel or seeing this face, hello, you're highly welcome. Do join the family, subscribe to the channel, and you really enjoy it here with us. You guys, I know the camera is going bright down. It's the weather, okay? It's the weather. Today the weather is not really hot, just calm, but yet sunny and just that, and it's also windy outside. So you guys, so in today's video, I want to be talking about you as a nurse from a non-European country migrating to Luxembourg. You heard me very right. Is it possible? Yes. Is it possible? Yes. You will be wondering why I always talk about Luxembourg and Luxembourg and Luxembourg. I always talk about Luxembourg because #1, I live in Luxembourg. I am a resident in Luxembourg. And #2, because Luxembourg is one of the richest country in the world. Then migrating to Luxembourg as a nurse. Do you know that Luxembourg is the #1 paying countries, for nurses in the world? Do you know? And Luxembourg pays 91% dollars, like the whole world. They pay 91% dollars. And the second paying country in the world is Denmark, followed by Canada, which is the third. And today I want to be sharing with you possible ways you can migrate to Luxembourg as a nurse. But then there is a problem. Before you migrate to Luxembourg as a nurse, there are some requirements you need to meet up before you can make application to work in Luxembourg as a nurse. And if you want to know all these requirements, I would advise you to keep watching this video to the end to know these requirements, okay? So the #1 requirement you need to have before you can migrate to Luxembourg as a nurse is that you must hold the nursing diploma at least minimum 3 years, and it should be recognized. Yes, this is the #1 requirement you need to have before you can apply to be a nurse in Luxembourg. And then #2 is that your application, for you to work in Luxembourg as a nurse must be submitted to the Ministry of Higher Education and Research. This is the #2 thing you need to do before you can migrate and work legally as a nurse in Luxembourg. #3 is that you can understand and prove one of the 3 administrative languages of Luxembourg, at least minimum B2 level. What I mean by minimum B2 level, like advanced. You can speak it, you can converse, you can interact, no problem. You know that Luxembourg has 4 administrative languages. Here we speak English, we speak German, we speak Luxembourgish, and we speak French. So if you can speak English and French, then you meet up these requirements. Or you can speak French and Luxembourgish, or French and German. Very good. Then you meet up the requirements of you have met the 3rd requirement to apply, for a nurse in Luxembourg. Then moving to #4. You should at least have 1 year minimum of clinical experience. So if you have studied as a nurse, you should have 1 year minimum, of clinical experience as a nurse. So now I've listed these 4 requirements that you need before you can apply to be a nurse or to work as a nurse in Luxembourg. Like, Luxembourg is one of the richest countries, the 2nd richest country, not to be precise. And it pays nurses very well. It is the #1 country in the world that pays nurses very, very. Like, if you're a nurse in Luxembourg, then you can imagine a country that pays higher than UK, higher than America, higher than Canada. So what do you think? What do you think? They are rich, right? Yes, they are rich. So I can tell you that In Luxembourg, you have nurses who live in Belgium and work in Luxembourg. There are nurses from France, like what I mean, white nurses. These are French-speaking nurses, you know, but they work here in Luxembourg, or from Germany and they work here in Luxembourg. Yes, there are people like that. I remember when I had my daughter, when I had Samara, I had this nurse. She is from Belgium, but she works in Luxembourg. Because of, I asked her why, and she said this, the pay is higher. So the pay is higher, so people work here in Luxembourg and live across the border. You know, Luxembourg shares border with France, Germany, and Belgium. So it is very easy for people to work here and live across the border. Now, moving forward, I want to tell you how you can apply and work as a nurse in Luxembourg. So, to become a nurse in Luxembourg, you must apply for authorization to practice the profession here in Luxembourg, signed and completed to the Department of Health Care Professions of the Ministry of Health with the below supporting documents. So, if you want to know what these supporting documents are, let me list or mention to you the 7 supporting documents you need to send to the Ministry of Health before they can approve your stay, or, you know, for you to work here in Luxembourg as a nurse. Like I said, there are 7 supporting documents you need to back up with your application before you can work in Luxembourg as a nurse. And the number 1 criteria, or the number 1 document you need to have, is you need to have a valid passport. This is number 1. Yes, a valid passport, number 1. And number 2, a police clearance certificate and original documents. Yes, that it has to be original from your own country. A police clearance certificate that is original from your own country. A certificate of good mental health and physical health from your doctor. Original certificate of good mental health and physical health from your doctor. And these 2 documents, a police report or a police certificate and a certificate of good mental health from your doctor, should not be more than 6 months. Everything should be less or within 6 months. Yes. Then the number 4 is the copy of your nursing diploma, degree, and transcripts recognized by the higher Ministry of Education and Research. And you also need your curriculum vitae. You know, curriculum vitae, your CV, your background study in nursing. So your CV has to contain your background study in nursing, your experience, your job experience, certificates that you have acquired, you know, all those things in your CV, in a well-detailed CV. Yeah, you have to put it in a detailed form that when people look at your CV, they're like, okay, in 2022, you worked as a this, or in 1990 or in 1997, you studied nursing in this school, and they have your certificate and you have your certificate. So you have to put everything in a CV format. Yeah, a curriculum vitae format. And then the next one, the number 6th one, is your birth certificate. So if you're saying that in your CV, you schooled, or in your CV, you were born 1973, and your birth certificate is saying 1970 or 1969. No. So everything has to be in a corresponding order. Okay, whatever you have in your birth certificate should be represented in your CV. And then the last one, the 7th one you need to do is payment of 75 euros. That's a tax payment of 75 euros. And if you have all these things complete, from the very first document, from your passport to even you have all these things complete, and you pay for the 75 euros tax, then it is very easy for you to migrate here in Luxembourg and practice your profession as a nurse, and then make the money, of course. So you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up, like this video, share this video to anybody you feel might be needing this video, family, friends, what have you, relatives, anybody you know that studied nursing in your family, or a friend, and you know that if you move to Luxembourg, you are a big woman. So share this video, go ahead, share this video, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and then stay safe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.
Say far away, light me up, oh Faraday. Vele vele right now,